There, a group of Californians are taking legal action against Starbucks. This group's lawsuit filed against the popular coffeehouse chain claims it discriminates against lactose-intolerant people. It's a $5 million class action lawsuit which alleges Starbucks is in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act by charging those lactose-intolerant more for non-dairy options. All right, but let's talk about it. We welcome in Walter Clark, our legal expert. Bottom line, Walter, can they do that?
Okay. Can they do what? I mean, we don't know the specifics of the actual cost difference, but the important thing to learn here or think about is what is a class action? And that is simply a procedure where a large number of people who have each lost a small amount of money can level the playing field and hopefully get some justice. So an example of the need for this is if you think about how easy it is for these companies maybe to steal $1 from a million people versus how much harder it is to steal $1 million from one person. So the class action is intended to address this. Now, that's because big companies often shrink the content of the package or they maybe cheat a little bit on the price. And yet, who's going to go to small claims court for $5? It's not going to happen. So that's why we have class actions. Now, in this case, it strikes me, because I don't know that much about the cost of milk and all the additives that go in there, I was just surprised that there is an issue here. It doesn't seem to be on the level of what an ADA case is involved, like blocking somebody with a wheelchair to a restaurant. So, yeah, I don't have a strong opinion other than to say it's great we have class actions. They're misunderstood, and yet they're important to level the playing field.
All right, let's go to this one. So there's a man, and he is suing women because the women gave him bad dating reviews online. Does this guy have a shot at all?
Yeah, I think he does. And I was surprised, too, until I read the facts of the case. This, either is sour grapes over bad reviews, or it may be the question of whether or not these women were sharing a platform not just to discuss or share, but for vicious venting. And it seems like it may have gotten out of hand if you read the content of what they were saying about this guy.
You know what it also speaks to me about? You're going to be responsible for what you say online. Everybody says I have the right of free speech, I have the First Amendment, I can say whatever I want. You absolutely can. Everybody can do whatever they want. The comma is that they don't realize, but there could be consequences. See, that's the thing you don't realize. Well, I have freedom of speech, Walter. I can call this guy any name I want. Yeah, you can. But you didn't realize there could be consequences for doing it.
And the consequences flow from the harm caused to the victim. And sometimes it's devastating. People can end up committing suicide because of what is being unfairly said about them. So, yeah, it's a real sensitive area. And, we need Congress to get more involved to help form the rules that will control all this stuff.
Walter, great stuff. Appreciate you coming on as always.
Fred, thank you so much. Good to see you.